5 allies for Zelina Vega against Chelsea Green and her secret Hervis on WWE SmackDown. The WWE Friday Night SmackDown featured an interesting singles match between former Raw stars Zelina Vega and Piper Niven. While there is a significant size discrepancy, things nearly went differently than fans would expect. The former women's tag team champion really took the fight to the powerful Niven. In fact, she nailed her with a 619 and seemingly had the powerhouse beat. Unfortunately, Chelsea Green and Alba Fyre were ringside. This caused enough of a distraction for Piper to recover and flatten Zelina before pinning her. Vega's desire to get to Chelsea has been at least temporarily put on hold, and the Green regime is clearly too much for Vega to handle alone. If Zelina wants to get to Chelsea Green, she'll need allies to take out her secret Hervis. This article will take a look at a handful of SmackDown stars who could potentially step up and help Zelina with Chelsea Green and her Slagents. Brock Lesnar changed major Royal Rumble plans. More details here. Below are 5 allies for Zelina Vega against Chelsea Green and her secret Hervis on WWE SmackDown. Number 5. Kayden Carter and number 4. Katana Chance, the former women's tag team champions, have been absent. Kayden Carter and Katana Chance got their start as a duo on NXT. In fact, the pair even won the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. They went on to also hold the Women's Tag Team titles on the main roster. The duo of Kayden and Katana were moved to WWE Friday Night SmackDown during the transfer window. Despite moving over, they are yet to have a proper match and have essentially been missing in action. With how talented they are, this is a shame. After barely being used for the bulk of the last year and a half or so, it would make sense for them to step up to help Zelina. It would give them television time, and they could be the perfect foil to Alba Fyre and Piper Niven. Number 3. Michin has had a lot of issues with Chelsea Green. Michin is one of the top stars of WWE Friday Night SmackDown's women's division. This is especially true of the mid-card division, where she has been a top contender since the Women's United States Championship was introduced. The Blasian baddie is all too familiar with the antics of the Green regime. She was so close to winning the Women's United States title on a recent episode of WWE SmackDown, but Green's secret Hervis prevented that from happening. While Michin is unlikely to challenge Chelsea for gold anytime soon, she could stick it to her longtime rival by aiding Zelina Vega. If Michin can take care of Alba Fyre or Piper Niven with a kendo stick, it would come close to evening the odds for Vega. Number 2. B-Fab could also help out. B-Fab is one of the least experienced in-ring performers on WWE SmackDown, but she is improving at a rapid pace. B-Fab went from almost never wrestling to competing semi-regularly on the Blue brand over the past 6 months or so. The former Hit Row member formed an alliance with Michin on WWE Friday Night SmackDown. B-Fab had Michin's back against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. While the introduction of Alba Fyre prevented that help from ultimately leading to gold, they are still a unit nonetheless. If Michin is going to help Zelina, B-Fab likely would too. This would completely even the odds. If B-Fab and Michin allied to get rid of Alba and Piper, it would leave Chelsea all alone with the former Queen of the Ring winner. Number 1. Alexa Bliss could have Zelina's back on WWE SmackDown. Alexa Bliss is one of the more decorated female stars on WWE SmackDown. She has held the Raw Women's title, SmackDown Women's title, and Women's Tag Team titles throughout her main roster career. She is also a former Money in the Bank winner. The goddess returned to WWE at the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. Since then, she has competed a few times on SmackDown and at Elimination Chamber Toronto. Despite that, Bliss hasn't had an obvious feud. Bliss' first feud back could be uniting with Zelina Vega to try to take down the Green regime. Alexa could target Piper or Alba. Who knows, she could even reunite with Nikki Cross, and the duo could both help Vega. This would certainly allow for Zelina to have a fair shot at the Women's United States title.